right?
Send in Goat Team 6.
So hopefully this will be
now.
good, but we'll see.
TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday. Drifter, thanks for the 6-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. I'm going to probably be spending most of my evening setting up the weekend's missions and just chilling with Bloodwing if she doesn't fall asleep. Or if she stays asleep, who the hell knows. All right, let's go ahead and set up our prediction here. I didn't see if Steve was on. I'll check later, but I hope he is. I know y'all like Steve after what happened. Oh, come on. Recognize the fact that I'm trying to make a prediction command game. Thank you. All right, this is NA round 1. I'm probably only covering rounds 1 and 2 tonight, just because I'm lazy. All right. Put these down, and let's start the prediction. Grounders with the 333. Woohoo, FNF after finishing the first act of your novel. Grounders, nice. Tell me about it, bro. When we start the round, I'll have to commentate my stuff, but yeah, when I finish and we have the 5 minutes, I'd love to hear it. I always like looking at what people write, because what they write is a big reflection on their own psyche. Urban fantasy, like post-apocalyptic, or what's the genre of that? That's pretty nice nonetheless, but modern? Gotcha. All right, well, give me one moment. We're going to start the round here. So, mission breakdown here. This mission was made by Kevin. Background here is China's PLA pushes into the foothills of East Tanya City, Taiwan. Okay, it's a Taiwan invasion. FNF platoon is tasked with clearing out enemy strong points in its sector in support of the company attacks. Note, the Chinese are wearing short sleeves, the Taiwanese are wearing long sleeves. Okay. So there's 3 caches to destroy. Looking on the map here, we see that Op 4 is attacking, Blue 4 is defending. Let's go ahead and have a look at our defenders
20 months.
first.
As someone in cybersec, you'll probably appreciate that my cousin who had a 28-character bunnies just got hacked via social engineering.
All right, 2 reasons I'm laughing. Number 1, it's censored ass in password with bunnies. And number 2, the social engineering part. Oh my god, I love... Well, I don't do it anymore because I don't have that many social interactions face-to-face, but I used to love, in high school, social engineering, hacking people's passwords, because I was a bit of a creep back then. But anyway... social engineer, just getting to know someone, being a gregarious person, you'd be surprised where that gets you. Not just with hacking people's passwords, but in life. Very eye-opening, and I can give anyone a few lessons on that. Just be a gregarious person. It opens so many doors. Nonetheless, Flavit, thanks for the 20-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Anyway, Op 4 are going to be our 1980s Chinese PLA kits. Their loadouts are going to be SKSs.
Now.
What the hell
Hey,
type of
Liru,
mag
how
is
has the day
that?
been?
Is that an AK? What? Is that a fucking... Hold on. Oh, I want to see someone with that gun. That's an AK mag in an SKS. Okay, God, I've never seen that level of abomination before, but sure. An SKSD. Lovely. They either get that or an AKS, a PM handgun. Support weapons are going to both be PKM, so it doesn't really matter there. Recon doesn't matter because they got scrubbed. Light anti-tank is going to be the RPG-26. I'm just verifying. I don't see your X-ray. All right, cool. And then crew and aviation get a choice of a PPSH or an AKS. Interesting. James, thanks for the 20-month resub. I am doing A-okay. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Grounder saying it's a magic comes back kind of premise. All right. Oh, man, I've got... That's one of my favorite things, though, but okay. Because Fuck, all right, I can't get into it now. I'm going to get too excited. Also, it's smutty, but regardless. Let's go ahead and look at Op4's assets here. They only have a 6 or 8% numbers advantage. If you look at the mission command, I wrote the exact one, but they don't have any assets. This is just infantry on infantry here. So looking over, we have Chult commanding the platoon. Drake is going to be leading Alpha. Germania is going to be the squad medic. Anderson leading Alpha 1 with Maz. Give me your Malk, Millers, Patriot, and Ghoster under him. Ghoster is on the multi, by the way. Bridges leading Alpha 2 with Fist Sub, Arcor, Cosmonaut, Warwick, and Nutty Person. Miguel leading Bravo 1. I don't see a Bravo lead here, so it looks like it's just going to be a team. So Miguel leading Layden, Mogo, Jose, Meme, Norval, and Luca. And then we have Elusive Man leading Charlie HQ with Pemex as the squad medic, with Hilly leading Charlie 1 with Hawkward, Denzen, Pax, and Aimed Galaxy. Charlie 2 being led by Tocqueville with For Glory, Zesty, Stamps, Bella, Sprite, and Turtle Cats under him. Lurch leading Delta. Delta 1 being led by Morgan with Boys, Stretch, and Sam Hanwich under him. Montgomery leading Delta 2 with Depso, Solon, Time, Carlson, and Norris under him as well.
Now.
All right. And Ghost Will gifting out a sub. It went to Doug. Thank you so much to the both of you. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this Friday Night Fights branch. Uniforms for Blue 4 are going to be Taiwanese kits made by Maz. Interesting. Loadouts are going to be M14s and Colt carbines, with 1911s as the handguns, 249s and M60s as the support weapons, M72 Law for the second one. TeamSpeak issue should be resolved. Safe start extended, which they just extended it past. Okay. I bet it's because they borked the TFAR channel or something, but I'm out of the TFAR channel right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me, but they just extended this. It's going to be a long freaking safe start. Good God. Otherwise, Crew Navy should get a choice of an MP5 or a Colt carbine. All right. Nothing on crew served weapons and no assets. Otherwise, looking over at Blue 4 here, we have Fresno commanding and Mountain as the 2 IC. Okay, I've never seen this guy command before, so this could go anywhere. That's quite interesting. Wise leading Alpha 1. Looks like there is no Alpha SL. Okay, it's Steve. Steve! He's back, guys. He's ready to kick ass. Look at him happily wiggling right there. Awesome. All right, Alpha 1 under Steve is going to be led by Wise with Hunavar, Arakiru, Kabubi Face, Legs, and Banks under him. Mizuki leading Alpha 2 with Cletus, Primal, Good Time Saddam, Wayne, Artisan, and Absorbed. We're skipping Bravo and going right to Charlie 1. There's no Charlie SL, so it's Lolo leading Olaf, Sam, Mutant, Seismo, Vagrant, and Shy. Or Shy might be the SL jumping into the squad, which only one team. I don't see a okay, no. Pierce is leading Delta because he would be Delta HQ, but because he merged with Delta 2, he's on the bottom of the roster. So he's leading Delta. Delta 1 being led by Fish with Mittens, Krivel, Bart, Mike, Chow, and Bayant. Delta 2 being led by Kevin, Waldo, Colin, or Kevin is leading, excuse me, Waldo, Colin, Fred, Fez, and Puma. Now, again, a lot of names that we're not going to be seeing often anymore because of how they've done the branch. So the hardcore players to look at right now are as follows. Bayant, for obvious reasons, he's always been my top choice for Friday Night Fights PvP. He showed that during the early game branch, not the EU branch anymore. I would also keep an eye on the ground right now. I'd also keep an eye on Maz because he pulls some crazy shit. And I saw Norris, but he's playing medic. If you see Norris play machine guns, then he also can pull some crazy things out of his ass. And naturally, I know the fan favorite Steve is also one you guys like to watch. So keep an eye out for Steve. Steve is going to absolutely annihilate this mission, and we'll just have to see how that goes. I'm just worried someone chooses a PKM over a PKM. Here's the deal, BJ. I don't actually talk about the choice between the PKM and the PKM because this isn't a choice. This is just showing what people have to choose. When you're crew in aviation, you get a choice of these two guns, but the light machine gun and the medium machine gun are divided. I think Alpha and Charlie have light machine guns and Bravo and Delta have medium machine guns because they're the ones meant to be the weapon squads. So that's what they're dividing things for there. So they don't actually get a choice. It looks like they get a choice, but they don't. Otherwise, you'd see every Blue 4 guy go with a 249 on offense or a 240 Bravo or Golf if they were on defense. Anyway, AO's here for these 3 caches. You have this one right here tucked away. You got another one right here also put partially away, and the third one over here. I think this is just Yellowstone naturally in the middle of the map. I don't think there's any terrain deformation, but if there is, then it's done really, really well and really smooth, so I wouldn't be able to tell you otherwise. But this is going to be just a ground fight here, and we have 8 minutes to kill. Whew. Noah, thank you so much for the 31-month resub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, let's see. What were some other things I was going to go over? Grounders. It'll be quite a while before it's done, so don't worry. Yeah. No, one of the best... I'm going to pretend I don't say the letter E here, but ERPs I wrote was something on the similar premises. It literally lasted 2 months across 5 people. It turned into like a little mini D&D campaign. This was done back in, 2016? It was before the channel started. It was 2015 to 2016, and that was a beautiful one. Again, writing is my own escapism, so... Whew. Is this story I walked into? Don't worry about it. To his deaf wife. No, Steve has a wonderful life, a wonderful wife, and everything in between. Yours is just a novel? That's fair. Hey, man. That type of stuff can get really, really cool and really, really dark, and there's not a lot of good writing about it personally, but, you know, anything goes. All right, guys. Well, the round has been extended. I'm going to turn my fan on real quick. And I think my hydrate's still on, so... Speaking of freezing, though, I don't know if Fresno... I mean, he's got Mountain under him as 2IC to kind of guide him here, but, I mean, on a defensive sector... It's not too hard to maintain control. Op4, the hardest thing they can do with their infantry is just have units advance through the valleys. And then supporting elements overwatch from the ridges. Blue 4 just needs to capitalize on the open areas proper, but that's going to be at the squad level at that point. For Platoon, all he needs to do is just tell his guys where to set up their defensive lines, where to move on beyond that, and where to make their defensive lines with their fortification tools. So we'll have to see how all that goes. Doing my little hydrate there for Zen. Is mine written on Amazon? No. I don't publish my stuff. If you want to DM me, I can tell you how it works, but I don't think I how the whole damn thing works. It's very inappropriate, but whatever. I got a little tipsy and I explained part of the stuff, so don't worry about it. But no, I'm trying to just be more open about everything I do anyway, because, I mean, what can happen? Nothing really negative. But yeah, the Zeus also does a lot of creative work on the side. My brother, though, he writes it, and he gets paid for it, commission-based, and there's always a bunch of furries that ask him for his stuff, so I guess it runs in the family. Ah, man. Alright. I mean, just... There's not really anything else to go on for this scenario setup, just because... It's just so basic. You know, it's literally just going to be an infantry charge. There's going to be about 5 minutes of maneuvering. I don't expect to see anything grandiose, because there's no reason for Op4 to, like, you know, run over to the edge of the map, run all the way up here, and then just take everything line to line, because the elevation points don't really merit any of that. Furthermore, there's a great divide right here that would kind of stop them from doing that, because this is all open hillside. So I literally just expect Op4 to probably do something like this. Just take it objective at a time, and then assault it from where you can walk up with the forests here and walk with some cover on your rear as you slowly go uphill. Like, there's not really... I am partially, if not fully, expecting a bonsai charge here with maybe a little more tactics, because the whole point of them making the NA branch the late-night private branch was so we would see better tactics. So let's see how it goes. I just am worried how that translates, because some Milsim tactics I've seen are really silly, but we'll see how things go. What has my brother written so he can avoid it? Again, I think it's private commission-based, but... He is writing a few books, though. It's just he drags his feet on them. And my parents want to kill her, but I digress. James, refresh your page. The prediction's up, and there's still like 2 minutes, so go for it. Totally doesn't drag feet. Yeah, I know. Totally. Oh my god, they extended... Yeah, so it's still a 5-minute wait time. Writer's block sucks. I've had writer's block in the past, and the only way I can really get around it is if I start writing a different story that's completely random. And I just fine-tune that, and then when that gets hit with writer's block, I can just return to what I was thinking of, and then go fine with it. But it's rare when I'm in a mood to write such grandiose stuff compared to my norm. It's been coming back recently, though, but that's because of some personal things. Fanfics also work to break blocks, especially. And for those of you that have no interest in what I'm talking about, that's totally fine. We're just waiting for them to start the damn round at this point. Because I really, with all the people they've brought in and all the people they kept for this branch, it's a lot of names that I don't really give a lot of attention. Like Vagrant, in this sense, he's a great commander. I don't really watch how he plays at the infantry level. Lolo, great sniper. Don't really pay attention how he does at the infantry level, because the only reason I pay attention to certain people is because they consistently do certain things. So now that the player count has pretty much been completely changed up because now it's an invite-only system, I have no idea how these people are going to interact with, which is why I was also saying, you know, Norris doesn't have the machine gun, so I don't think there's going to be anything exemplary here. So it's up to us to just watch and see what happens at this point. And I'm hoping it'll be interesting, you know? Nicholas saying he's going to start writing the updates and boot up a PC I haven't touched in 3 months. Nice. I mean, the parts to build my latest PC have, you know, those sat in a box for 3 months, admittedly, and Bloodwing kept, like, yelling at me to finally build it. And then a friend of mine finally... Well, no. She didn't convince me. I used leverage to convince myself. That's a long story. Yikes, early prediction. Dreadnought, the only reason it was an early prediction was because they pushed back the save start time. They should have started by now because you see the 50-minute mark, but they added another few minutes because they were having an issue with the TFAR channel. That is 2IC crashing out. Okay, so it's just going to be up to Fresno. Scandy is not on tonight. Cake Gear, are you the same Cake Gear from Pepega? I don't think Scandy or Pepega got invited. I know Falcon got shown the finger and, like, kicked out. But again, this is all invite only, which is annoying. Yep. Scandy's not on. And I'd imagine Pepega didn't get invited either, which is what I've been saying to my chat. They did? Okay, well, they didn't show up, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know why they would. Because it's super late for them, and all the people that they enjoy sparring with, like Pepega, aren't on. Everyone loves drama. How did the PC handle DayZ? It handled it fine. I mean, these are all new parts anyway, so. Liru channeling me took me 2 weeks to replace my dying power supply. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Overlord. But anyway, I do want to read Flavit's comment. Pet peeve in writing is when the writer spent thousands of words on one in-universe day when it could just been summed up with phrases. Yes, okay, that's why investment of characters is so important and focus on specific details is super important, but this is all from the eyes of someone that does erotic roleplay, not actual world building, unless I need to for the plot. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Skip over the brevities. Focus on the core topic. Man. Scored an AMD 69,000, Merc 3 at 19 black, under 700. That's nice. I'm going to lie to you and tell you I exactly know what that is, and I'm proud of you because I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that is either a graphics card or a CPU. I ain't no Linus Tech Tips, guys. I literally just build the computer and go, oh, okay, cool, it works. We're done. GPU, that's fair. No. The admins delayed the game because they borked the TFAR server on TeamSpeak, specifically the channel, so they had to spend a few minutes fixing it, and now it should be fine, I think. All right, otherwise, round has officially begun. You're going to start seeing Op4 charging out here. Hey, Sniper, how you doing? It's like a 3090? Nice. Liru Tech Tips. I I'm not really a tech person, and I'm going to be honest, especially with YouTube these days, there's always someone out there that can do it much better than you. And the only reason I still Zeus these days is there's very few people out there that are better than me. And I actively try to seek those people out and learn from them because I like to perfect my craft, but you know. They do move in herds. So a lot of them have a kind of... Are you building a fucking wedge formation? Are you actually trying to build a wedge before you move out? Or are you trying to, like, section off your movements here so you don't all move in a single blob? Like, I get why you do that from a tactical perspective, but you can just layer the guys on different flanks here and keep them moving to the objective, because all this is doing is deliberately slowing you down. If you get to the position early, great. Just hold outside of it until you're ordered to move in. But I also feel like that was an order from a command level element or something. But like I said, we're going to see Milsim tactics. And I'm not going to agree with them 100%. Pepega Pirates apparently chases, clips, and kills. And that's why you didn't get invited. Yeah, isn't that just a load of bullshit? I'm going to be honest. I think only Scandi Recon would have gotten in because... some of their former members were admins or are currently admins. And I don't mean to shit talk the process, but again, we'll see how this goes. I know there's a lot of pissed off people about it, and I'm trying to keep an open mind, but when I see who got let in and who didn't, I'm like, there's definitely some bias going on here, kiddos. I know, and then chasing kills, I find that really funny because this is a PvP event. So what are you supposed to do? And then we watched Pepega literally in the 3rd round of EU perform such an amazing fucking maneuver where they timed the destruction of 2 of the 3 caches so they can then get a perfect ambush on the 3rd cache, yet they're the ones that are quote-unquote chasing clips and kills when they executed something perfectly like that. That's what pisses me off. Is I literally watch you guys play. I know who chases kills. I know who doesn't play objectives, and I bitch about it every single time. But there is a reason I say Scandi and Pepega are the best communities. Not because they're just good PvPers. Scandi has superior tactics, and Pepega knows how to lock down a fucking zone. Holy fuck, if you have ever seen a Pepega Pirates defense on a final zone, they don't always win, but my god do they always come out of it with a 2-to-1 kill ratio. They do amazing work. And now they're being thrown the fucking boot here. And that's what pisses me off about this. The sheer fucking bias of it all. And I'm going to get yelled at for speaking my mind about this, but gonna be honest. Gonna be fucking honest here. Alright, so it looks like Op4 is doing what I predicted. They're going to be doing a line attack, or they're going to bypass all of this entirely and attack it from a different side, which... there's no fucking point to do, in all honesty. Maybe to come in from the west here, so it's on even footing, and then take the objectives in a reverse order. So you don't go slightly uphill, but the amount of time it's going to take for you to maneuver that, and possibly risk getting caught out of position in the maneuver and engaged outside of the sectors anyway, I don't think would be worth the risk. I think you just want to set your guys up in a line formation, push your guys up the forest, put your guys up the ridge to support, because doing a massive infantry maneuver like that, after a while, will get predictable, and Blue 4, realizing that they're not being attacked from the south, will start switching eyes north, because if the command is worth a damn, he'll be timing it, which is questionable here, because I don't know how Fresno is going to handle this. And again, I'm not questioning his ability. It's just we simply have a new command. That's it. I don't know how he's going to go.
Now.
So killing in a PvP match is bad. Yeah, I ain't going to say anything else. Forge, thanks for the 15-month resub at Tier 3. You haven't texted me in a bit, buddy. Hope you're okay. Let me know when you want to play some more Core Keeper. But I will be rather busy over the next few days. And again, I'm hoping to God that this is interesting, you know? And I think it is, based off of what we're seeing. we're having Op4 coming around. It looks like they're setting up to do that attack. We've got some elements holding position here. We're going to just see a nice standard clean sweep, which is the exact way you'd want to play an objective like this. We just have to see how Blue 4 counters it with some of their reconnaissance here. But you also have to understand, in an infantry-only fight, reconnaissance elements, especially for the defense like this, where they just patrol around and find stuff, is really, really important. But it also confuses me because stuff like this has been often regarded as lone wolfing in the past by FNF staff, depending on who does it. So that's why I just kind of disregard the rules sometimes, because it's wishy-washy. But I do appreciate they got their AT stick out. We see a GL fired. Okay, it went a little wide there, but now these guys are going to start engaging. You're hearing those SKSs fire. Wow! Did you see that? The dude literally caught it with his face! Ho-ho! So they're immediately going to pull out after realizing that that's the whole group down there. Oh man, and Ghostwolf, thanks for giving Cake Care a sub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operation. And I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And yeah, Cole, I'm not going to bring that up, but yeah, like I said, it depends who does it. Alright, they're going to take a knee. I'm going to quickly write that timestamp down, because that was a great AT shot to some dude's face. You got to remember, those AT sticks aren't designed to engage infantry, but my god, if you hit someone with it, it will kill them. And then you got Mountain over here by himself. What? If this was Falcon, Falcon would have literally been kicked from the server. I'm saying it right now. But, yeah. Yeah. On the topic at hand. But I also love that he's literally, like, crouched here. This is amazing. This is actually amazing. Are you... Okay, gets one. Miller comes up. Mountain's now flanking around. Hey, it's that camouflage, man. Mountain, you forgot to reload, didn't you? You know, the scary thing is he might actually get away with this if he runs around in that direction. And now he's not, because Warwick's about to get him. Mountain taking at least 4 or 5 shots there. 3 more shots. How are you alive? What? That's another 2. You know what the ironic thing is? The mission statement of making all these changes was so they could avoid things like this, and literally the first round, the first fucking round of the night of the new branch, there's 2 lone wolf incidents. Ah, Mal's gonna give me so much shit for this, but oh my god. The fucking irony. Alright. I'm gonna stop being negative about it. I'm gonna stop beating a dead horse. I just find it really funny that they do all of this with the claim of this is why they're doing it, and then it happens anyway, like first 10 minutes of the round. And I'm gonna be really curious to see how they moderate it, or if they just sweep it under the rug and just prove that they were trying to get rid of all the really good players. But anyway, guys, tomorrow we'll be covering an AFI Arma Finland PvP event. OFCRA will be covering the bonus rounds occasionally, and starting this month, we'll be doing some VTOL VR, in case FNF kicks me, because I'm being honest. Actually, the worst they would do is remove me from the NA branch. Not the EU, though, because I'm friends with their head honcho, so... And he appreciates my brutal honesty. It's advanced recon. Yeah, we used that argument in the past and it didn't work, but again, we'll see how things go. Greetings from Finland? Righto, Tupumi. Hope I pronounced that right, and if I didn't, I apologize. Now, look at this. Massive encirclement you're starting to see Op4 set up here. Now, here's the fear. if they overextend, I think Alpha is going to fold in on this. You might see Delta move forward so they don't encompass on where Alpha's going here. But you're going to see a really nasty encirclement right here as Delta pushes ahead and probably goes for this sector, if not bypassing to here. But you're really seeing that number advantage right now, playing in Otpor's favor. But you need to see Alpha start stepping up and engaging here. Otherwise, these lower groups are going to get torn the fuck apart. Coleman America will be announced later tonight, if not tomorrow morning. Zin, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know, because I've seen that happen before as well, and I've seen people get in trouble for it and people not get in trouble for it, so you know how it is. It's wind bomb in English. Gotcha. I will do my best to remember that, buddy. So I do see a lot of smoking here. But again, they gotta let Alpha come around. These guys are gonna get stopped right here. I'm a little concerned about the battle plan right now, but it looks like Alpha's starting to turn and engage. Delta's gonna keep going on. They're gonna assault the flank of this and pin these guys down, which are gonna allow these guys to push in. Got a Bravo 1 element coming around as well. So it's a full encirclement of that objective, and then they're gonna keep pushing. That I am happy to see, that level of tactics here and that level of coordination. My one issue, though, is we saw this in EU1, and the attackers completely dropped the ball and only put in 1 or 2 groups at a time. Here, though, it looks like it's being done proper.
Send in go.
So now when these guys
6.
turn and engage Alpha, you should see these 3 elements then push in and engage. And Windbomb, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Windbomb, make sure you thank him. Otherwise, I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh! God, I love the random timing. Happy September, everyone. Happy September.
Send in go team 6 now. Send in go team 6 now.
All right. Oh, Suki getting a direct hit on frickin' Warwick there. Now this is what I was hoping we'd see. Some sheer freaking PvP here. Some great tactics for Op4. We just need to see Charlie now push in. But it looks like they're trying to reposition, maybe to get up on the high ground and push in through the forest here. But Alpha already making this push. A little risky because they're doing it unsupported at this point. But they're winning. And at the end of the day, you can do something as risky as you freaking want, but if you're winning, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Letting things play out right now. As I predicted, Delta's going to continue to push ahead and put pressure on any remaining blue 4 elements to prevent QRF from coming in, as well as cut off any escape elements so they can cut off and engage whatever's here. Sam getting taken out by Layden there. We'll see if there's a double tap. Oh, the weapons are floating, dude. Double tap. There we go. Head. Hit him in the head. He can still wake up if you hit him in the chest, Layden. Because PvP is weird. All right, so now I'm doing his best to hold here. We were doing Daisy earlier. And the sound bites are going to stay up, don't you worry. Oh, that was a headshot. And there's Sam. See, I told you he'd be back. What are you doing? What? What the hell was that? That's why you double tap to the face. That is always why you double tap to the face. Good time, Saddam getting a great grenade throw and blows Ghost up. I think he was the only guy on the multi. So if you saw the multi and saw him blow up, ouch. Even Shy getting in a one-on-one right here. Shy trying to maneuver away. And now it's just up to Good Time Saddam, who was trying to use his handgun. And he, yeah. Didn't really work out there, Chief. I will be honest, handguns suck in Friday Night Fights. You have to get a headshot, and even then, it won't always register. So Azuki is saying, screw it, he's going to go to another sector. That's going to concede this position as Charlie now comes in to back it up, and you're going to see a line formation of attacks here. Alpha and Charlie are going to regroup and push up on this flank. The remnants of Bravo 1 are probably going to continue up the right side, only 2 guys, but Delta is going to start folding in and potentially harassing the remaining position as the forward element, which is a little risky because they might be overextending, but if the numbers keep going, they should be okay. I think the one Blue 4 guy over there just got killed. Really, these guys are just putting pressure on a flank here as the main force continues to sweep through. I don't really see how Blue 4 can bounce back here. Looking at the casualty counts, I mean, yeah, Blue 4 is down to about half of their, a little over half of their force at this time. Op 4, meanwhile, still at a pretty full page, but I'm going to be honest. Look at Blue 4's number here starting off, and now look at Op 4's. They had that is a lot more than 6% or 8% numbers advantage-wise. No wonder they're overpowering this. Good God. All right, so we're seeing some more pot shots going off here. Blue 4 have completely abandoned the second zone. They're going to hold an all eggs in one basket defense on the final area. I don't think they have the numbers for it, though. I mean, you're going to see a slight flank here by 4 elements of Delta, but if Op 4 quickly reforms and pushes, they'll be fine. I see the hydrate. So, again, if someone can run the mission command for me real quick in chat, I can show you what the official number advantage is supposed to be. They have about 90 people on right now. So, a 6% or 8% numbers advantage. It's just an 8%. Okay, so let's do this mathematically here. So if I open my calculator, half of 90 is 45. So 45 times 1.08 would be 48. So it would be a 48 to 48 to 42 would get you 90. Also, the explosives did not kill the cache. That's interesting. So that would be like a 6-man difference, give or take, for 90 players. And this is much more than a 6-man difference. That's like double that. So, I don't know. I don't know why they balance it that way. Maybe, I guess, to keep communities together, because if they're focusing on community invites instead of individual player invites, you have to always give that number advantage on the attacking faction, but that's a pretty tough one. Mike getting killed off there. Chow getting killed off. Grenade's gonna blow Mike up. And that 4-man team's gonna keep going. Smoke's going off, some GL's hitting as Bayant runs away. Bayant on -1 kills, which means he's friendly fired. Oh, good God. 48 to 42 is a 12%, is a 14% advantage, which is even higher than what I gave. So it should be like 46, 47. It's a 43 or 44. So this is at least like a 20% number advantage. Oh my God. So now you're seeing Op 4 starting to make this formation here and push up. And there's just not enough Blue 4 here. Oh, man. So we see some GLs going out here. Well, so Mountain, here's the thing, though. You know, he just said, Lone Wolfing is only a thing if you're not staffed. Oh! Oh! That's funny as hell. Yeah, I've noticed the guns have been not really that effective. Because Mountain, I already said this, if you were Falcon, you would have been literally banned off the server at the end of this round. Because they've done that to him, and only him. But that was in a situation where he was with someone, which 2 other people were, but I digress. So a lot of openness over here. I do appreciate how they're trying to climb on some of these rocks so they get different vantage points to cover, though. Alright, there's the second cache being destroyed. Now, I'm a little worried about Blue 4 here because this flanking force has already cut through quite a few people. And you just have this massive amount of infantry on that side. I'll give you my honest opinion if you ask about it. Better to tell you how it is than, you know, be a little fucking liar about it. And Mountain, you're incredibly right, but I can't, God, the NA staff are probably gonna ban me from this event, but I don't care at this point. The only concession I had to make was I couldn't openly shit-talk anybody playing actively on the ground. And I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Because I know some of you don't like certain players, and that's fine, but I'll abide to that. I do appreciate this extended firefight, though. And look at this. You're going to start seeing a smoke charge by Alpha and Charlie for Op4 here as they move up to reinforce Delta, who's already up here. That's a great call. That grenade you just threw up there, D1? Not a great call. You just hurt yourself there, buddy. It's okay, Morgan. Now you know. Don't throw grenades uphill. Otherwise, you'll hurt yourself. I was about to say, that better not land in his face, because then one of your teammates actually blew you up, and I'd laugh even harder. Now, granted, when we have a bird's eye view, can watch everything in real time, and we see someone do something silly or stupid, yeah, it is funny, but in the heat of the moment, guys, I mean, I've bad fragged before. Everyone in Arma has bad fragged before, and if they say they haven't, they will one day. But you gotta remember, this is a video game. We're just having fun here. And we need to see Poe and his friends get up to this perimeter wall and throw grenades. Cache itself is tucked away in that open cargo crate. Yeah, I mean, Red 4 had a very significant numbers advantage that I didn't necessarily highlight, but I know to highlight now going ahead. Oh my god. It's a Christmas party over here with all that damn smoke. Whew. That's fair, Devour. Hold up, let's get a little close here. Did he just throw a satchel? He threw a fucking satchel! Oh! Oh, that's funny. And now he's going Rambo here. Triple kill! Holy fuck, Montgomery! The dude just cleaned house! Oh, this man's in trouble. How many bullets does it take to murder a man? Good God. They're even freaking following up with a handgun. Oh. This is just a massacre. Again, I mean, it's Chinese, so I guess it makes sense. Just utilize the damn number advantage and go ham. Blue 4's down to, like, what? 6? 7? 3, 4, 5? Yes, 7. Jesus. Titty fucking Christ. So, Op4 have SKSs with 30-round AK mags chambered. And Blue 4 have M14s with 20 rounds. There's the grenade kill I was looking for. I'm literally watching people mag dumping each other. I guess the weapons are just a little underpowered then, because I've seen people have to mag dump in PvP FNF before, but this is a little extreme. Oh my god, that full auto Mark 14. Fred on 7 kills on the defense side. Holy crap. I mean, Op4, they're down to quite a few remaining. You see the skull counts on both sides. It's just not enough.
6.
Ghost will giving Mountain a sub. Nice. Azuki, you got told to patrol around the safe zone? You're kidding. That's amazing. That's amazing, buddy. But Ghost, well, thanks for giving Mountain a sub. I always hope you both keep enjoying the operations. I would get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, final cache has been found. You're going to see that mag dump. It's GG. Got to give it to Fred on the 7 kills. Got to give it to Steve! You survived! But again, I think Op4 had way too big of a number advantage here personally, but that's fine. There it is. All right, round 1 gone. Azuki, aren't you supposed to not be on yelling? I don't want you to actually get in trouble, but that's okay. There we go. First round done. Not a bad round tactics-wise. I found it really ironic that people lone wolfed. Ah, that was funny. But yeah, no, that was a standard round, but it definitely went to the side that had a clear freaking advantage. Whew. Which one of my moderators are on? Thanks for paying that out. You were told to find people? Yeah, that's fair. Oh, map is going to be on Suma, and you know what that means. I got to Suma these nuts. Why was I excited to say that? That sounds really childish when I think about it. Ah, whatever. That's okay. I guess I'm just happier these days. All right, let's go ahead and go over our commands here. So we have to go over to the map. Hit Suma, and then mission. Again, I'm not covering round 3 tonight. I want to spend some time with Bay, a.k.a. Bloodwayne, or T5 Bay, or not Bay, whatever he calls himself these days. This is round 2, where Handy Dandy... Oh, wow. Op4 is destroying 2 blue 4 objectives. Four has a 10% numbers advantage, while blue 4 has... That was static M2s, right? Yeah, 3 static M2s. Interesting. All right. Now we're going to wait this out. I think the mission itself was actually really nice. Just they gave Op4 a bit too high of a number advantage, but I think if they played the proper number advantage, then it would have been fine. So we'll just have to see how the rest of that plays out. Anyway, we are on our intermission here. I think I scared himself bad. Yeah, no, you're fine, Ghost Wolf. Yeah, no, I did scream like a little bitch during DayZ, but hey, that's why some of you watch, so, you know. All right. What'd you miss, Mason? Nothing much. It was a good first round. Just irony. So I'll be covering the second round, but I'm probably not going to cover the third round of NA anymore, simply because it goes super late, and since I'm already doing all this other additional stuff. Guys, here, take a guess. The PvP Shenanigans channel. How many videos do you think I have front-logged on the PvP Shenanigans channel right now? They haven't been scheduled yet, but how many videos do I have on that channel that I can upload at any time? Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. Please, guess. So that channel, I upload twice a day. So I would need... whatever number that is divided by 2, and I can tell you the front log days. So, Flavit was the closest, but it's much higher. I have 154 videos on that channel, between rounds and clips. Not including another, what? I estimated about 30 to 40 videos of clip compilations. So, I have about 200 videos. That's 100 days worth. That is a little over 3 months. If I were to stop doing this for 3 freaking months, I could pick it up at the end of those 3 months and we can continue where it left off. Oh, yeah, Falcon. Oh my gosh. There were 2 Lone Wolf incidences in round 1. And I don't think they're going to do jack about it. It's pretty damn funny. Ah, man. And again, the only reason I'm going to get in trouble for this shit, but I find it ironic that I was told that, you know, they were doing this to get rid of that. Oh, well. Ah. I just don't appreciate being jerked around. I've been more respectful to people that outright have told me, hey, I don't want you here because I simply don't like you, rather than they just make up this elaborate bullshit, like, excuse or way to get rid of me. Because I'm going to be honest, not everyone's going to like me, and not everyone's going to like you, you know? That's totally fine. It happens. One second. So Fresno just messaged me asking me how he thought he did, and I told him, like, we only saw about less than a dozen Op4 left by the end of that. I think he did a great job as Blue 4 Command reacting to where the attack was coming from. It was just a matter that Op4 had a very significant number advantage, and at that point, there wasn't much he could do because he had no supporting assets. But we already mathematically calculated out, like, all the additional dudes they had. So, that's okay. I appreciate the evil in you. 5-minute hydrates. So I moved them to 5-minute hydrates because for these bigger streams, I was running out of water. And yeah, Kane, you missed DayZ, but we were on a different server. However, I will try to do some DayZ this weekend. But again, to announce, late Sunday night, we will be having a Phasmophobia stream with audio soundbites. So, we'll see how all that goes. Oh yeah, you missed the kid zombies, and then me actually having 2 genuine screams in my life, which was... Actually, there was a third. There was one earlier, too. But it was... Yeah. It was messy. I don't know. I'm going to be honest, though. If tactics like this continue for the NA branch, I would say it's definitely worth it to spectate and watch, because, let's be honest, that fight was pretty cool. All right? And if you don't think it was cool, tell me what your reasoning is, and I'll spar with you on it. But I think that fight was pretty good. I just found the ironic parts very hypocritical, but, you know. All right, have fun, Falcon. Don't die. I think this will be a little more beneficial. Wait a second. Op4 has 2 BTR-80s. I completely missed that. My bad. Let me write that in the command real quick. There we go. I completely glossed over that part. Some of you might be thinking I'm an idiot right now. That's fine. I don't think you're ever going to see mortars in, oh my god, when you clip my screams too. Or is that the child zombies? One of the two. Dude, those things were fucking weird. Look, here's the thing. In that DayZ stream, I literally started hearing one of them hum. And I'm like, oh, that's That reminds me of the noise I would normally hear around the school in the northern town. I guess they extended it. Cool. And then I heard one of them say, Daddy? And I'm like, what the fuck is this freaking Fear 2 Project Origin bullshit? And then, yeah, I saw mini zombies, and I know I saw one, like, looking back at the video, I'm like, yeah, I think I knew that that was, like, a shorter zombie, but I was, like, kind of panicking, because I'm just running around, but yeah, that was a short zombie, but I gave it no second thought, because I'm like, it's just a zombie, it's fine. And then one proceeded to maul the shit out of me in a house. Well, Ghost, here's the deal. I think they would normally not be that dangerous, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a shitty shot. That scream was pretty damn loud, admittedly. Yeah, my noise gate caught it, but, yeah. A daddy command. I'm not going to say anything. Oh! Oh, they're doing this again. Do you guys remember last week in EU when they charged the trench lines here? They're going to do it again. Oh, let me guess, because they got annoyed that Op4 just back-capped the first one and then surrounded and took out the... That's the only way to really do this, though. If you think about it. We'll see how the Milsim communities handle this. Yeah, Devour, just ask Ghost Wolf. I don't know what mod that was, but it was terrifying. The mini zombies laughing was... Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. Nice reference to Fear. Yeah, Fear... Okay, the first Fear was a good one. Fear 2 was a little but I appreciated the lore. Oh, you know what I should be doing right now? Setting up the prediction. Gosh, I'm a goober. All right, one moment. Let's see. Start prediction. Who will win round 2? Blue 4 is defending. Op 4 is attacking once again. And let's put that prediction up. All right. Anytime today, kiddos. Who won round 1? Op 4 did, but they had a massive number advantage. That went well over what they should have gotten, in my opinion, but that's fine. And it might be wrong, and we might have just had some random Blue 4 guys get killed off really early on, but it felt like Op 4 had a pretty high number advantage there. Was there a Fear 3? I don't even remember. But at that point in my life, I was also on and off with video games as a whole anyway, but yeah. Oh, and Falcon's messaging me random things. That's cute. Ah, man. DayZ. Damn it now. You know what composition will be perfect, DayZ, right about now? Oh, God. Don't say it. Don't bring up Web Knight stuff. Go port it to DayZ. See what the fuck happens. Do they change Op 4 and Blue 4, or does everyone say it's the same sides? Communities, they switch around. Highest alloy. It's entirely up to the balancing, because this isn't like a milsim or... excuse me, not a milsim. It's not like an actual competitive thing. This is just for fun. I'm a Halo enjoyer, you heathens. Back in the day, my first serious stuff with video games was Halo 3 MLG, and this was a long time ago. But our middle school had a group, and we actually went to local competitions. And then we had to go underground because the school didn't appreciate us playing an 18-plus video game. But anyway, that's all good in the hood. Mission breakdown here. Simple US versus Russia, specifically testing large-scale terrain deformation. Yep. So we've already seen this broken down in the past. Blue 4 M2 stacks are restricted to where they spawn, but it's still given. So Op 4 with the 2 BTR 80s. Last time we saw this round, full disclosure, Op 4 won because they rushed this objective, and then they just encircled and eliminated this objective utilizing a single BTR crew to just mag dump the shit out of this position. And then when that ran out of ammo, it drove back, it picked up the other BTR, and continued laying down hate. So let's see if this one is any different. Mission variables here, we'll start with Op4. They are your modern Army EMR Desert Camouflage kits. Their loadouts are going to be modernized AK-74s or an AK-74U if they really want to take one. MP443 Garage as their secondary. Support gunners for LMGs get the RPK. Medium machine gunners get the PKP, also known as machine gunners. Light anti-tanks is going to be the RPG-26 single-shot disposable AT launcher. There is no X-ray anymore, so there's no recon weaponry, and then crew and aviation get a choice of the PP-2000 or an AKS. Their assets are 2 BTRs and 9 transport gases, which will help them potentially rush future objectives as well. Whew.
Send in goat.
Anyway,
Team
looking at the
6
breakdown here,
now.
Vagrant is going to be commanding Fresno, is taking 2IC, which I appreciate seeing. If he's serious about commanding, he did a decent job with the first round, despite
Send
his
in goat
circumstance.
Team 6
We might see him
now.
become one of the new commanders to step up during the NA branches, which would be great. Fred as the platoon medic, Pemix taking Alpha HQ, Elusive Man
Send
taking
in
the medic
goat
there.
Team 6 now.
Tocqueville taking Alpha 1 squad lead, Zesty, and For Glory, Bellis,
Send in
Sprite,
goat Team
and
6
Turtle Kaz
now.
under him. Hilly leading Alpha 2 with OP IM Stamps, Desmond, Hawkward, Aim
Send
to
in
Galaxy,
goat
and Pax
Team
under him,
6
Azuki
now.
leading Bravo HQ with Bravo 1 being led by Primal Reacher with Y, Saddam, Cletus, and Wayne under him. Steve, fan favorite there, leading Bravo 2 with Kabubi Face, Hunavar, Artisan, and Absorbed under him as well. Shy leading Charlie HQ with Charlie 1 being led by Seismo with Sam, Lolo, Mutant, Mountain, and Olaf under him. Puma leading Delta HQ here. Looks like he's merged part of Delta 2 under him because we still see Delta 1. So it's Give Me Your Milk, Ghoster, Waldo, Kevin, Fez, and Chow under him. Ghoster has the slash in his name, so he would be the Delta 2 lead. Delta 1 lead is Fish, and he's got Bart, Bant, and Krevel under him. First BTR crew is going to be Pierce, Mittens, and Legs together. Eric, Kiru, and Banks are going to be the other BTR crew. Now, if you give me 1 second, I have to run and do something real quick, and then I will continue my bed. Sorry about that. Five saying this isn't realistic because the Russians have Kevlar helmets, body armor, and no bolt-action rifles. Yeah, as we've learned from recent events. But anyway, Highest Alloy, thanks for gifting out 5 gift subs for September. If you got a sub from Highest Alloy, make sure you thank him or her. Otherwise, I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Whew. Anyway, Blue 4 is going to be standard US kits here. We have a breakdown roster, so I will go ahead and go through it. You got your platoon leader, platoon sergeant. This is your leader. This is your 2IC. Squad leaders and team leaders, auto riflemen and their assistants, which is what that extra A means. Your Grenadier IR, your guys with the 40mm Hunt IR rounds, which are little cameras you can fire in the air that parachute down. You might have seen them in the past, but they give you a nice eye-in-the-sky camera with regular vision and night vision. No thermal vision capability, though. Your machine gunner for your MMGs, and then your machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, light anti-tank, medium anti-tank 1 and assistant, medium anti-tank 2 and assistant, recon infantry, scout, and sniper all do not matter because X-ray isn't a thing anymore, so you got to pay attention to the DMRs, which for Blue 4 is going to be the Mark 11, Op 4 is going to be the SVD. Crew leaders, crewmen, pilots, medics, and the base kit there. Loadout's going to be a mix of M27s, M4A1s, because these are Marine kits after all, which means they get access to the fully automatic M27, which is just a fully automatic M4, excuse me. Or they can take the M4A1 if they only want to keep burst fire. M9 Berettas as their secondary. Light machine gunners get the M249. Medium machine gunners gets the M240 Golf. AT is going to be the M136 single-shot disposable AT launcher. Recon doesn't matter because that's been scrubbed under X-ray. And then crew and aviation get a choice of an MP7 or M4A1. But I don't think there's crew and aviation kits here because they don't have any vehicles. Otherwise, assets are going to be as follows. 3 static M2s, which 2 are here. And then I think the third is back at that trench line Looking at the player base here, we have Depso commanding with Tymic as the 2IC, Dreek leading Alpha HQ with Patriot as the squad medic, Bridges leading Alpha 1 with Cyrus, Fist, Miller, Aircore, and Maz. Anderson leading Alpha 2 with Poe, Sub, Wiki, Warwick, Nutty Person, and Cosmonaut. Jolt leading Bravo HQ with Bravo 1 being led by Montgomery with Herb, Norris, and Sholin. Bravo 2 being led by Shrike with Cake, Patch, and Rapsic. We have Layden leading Charlie 1 here with Michael, Mogo, Norval, Jose, Puncho, and Meme. Delta being led by Lurch with Sam Hanwich, Morgan, Stretch, Aussie Wookie, Lennox, Savan, and Seaboys. And then Mike, I'm assuming, is going to fold in as well to that position. Now, again, full disclaimer of this round. Last time it was played, Op4 won hands down. Blue 4 had a decent defense, but it just got a little messy. And since this is a round that I think a lot of these guys have played in the past, we'll see if they try to change anything up. I would say Blue 4 just hold this damn trench line and just kind of hold it to the end, because this position, it's really easy for Op4 to just get right on top of it and assault it, and then use their BTRs to pick things off from afar. Especially in that battle tower, that 14.5mm KPTV turret can just shred anything in here. So, and you already see it starting as damage, which means if 1 or 2 AT rounds hit it, it's going to blow up. So Blue 4 just holding the trench line instead would be a better call. Oh, it's a fully automatic HK416? I thought it was an M4 platform. My bad. Either way, it's a Blue 4 gun that, you know, goes shoot, shoot. But hey, that full auto in CQC, very important if you have to mag dump each other. I mean, beyond this, I don't really have anything else, because we've seen this round play out. And based off of where Blue 4's setting up, if they decide to stay in this central sector, I don't think they're going to win, because we saw how easy it was for Op4 to charge it in the past. It also looks like the custom rule of the M2s has been waived, because we see them all placed down right here. So we'll just have to see how things go. HK416 is just an expensive M4, yeah, technically. You like crayons, mostly red ones? That's nice. I have a few Marine buddies that prefer the green ones themselves, but hey, you know, to each their own. They'd literally fight over them. It would get very messy. Alright, we got 7 minutes, guys. I'm really freaking hoping Blue 4 just holds the damn trench line, because I wanted, when I first saw this AO, to see a whole freaking trench line defense. Get Op4 to just dismount over here, have the BTRs come in close to get AT, and just have Blue 4 hold the freaking trench lines. Op4 will eventually get their foot in the door, and you see some really, really sexy trench warfare in this AO. That's what I want. That's what I hope to get. That's what I want, guys. And all I can do is pray. I gotta build a map and scenario like this. Well, so Killer, nowadays, you can just get the deformer tool for terrain, and then some building mods or whatever the hell you want, and then 3D enhanced, and you can just build whatever you want on an existing map. And I'm gonna be honest, that's so much easier than building your own freaking maps at this point. If I was forcibly drafted, that would be difficult, because a lot of my family is Army and a lot of my family is Air Force. So it would just depend on whoever won that argument in my family, because I don't have an opinion. Speaking of, where did she put it? I've got a photo of my grandpa in front of his Huey. There might be some Vietnam missions coming up where you're going to see that photo, because I'm going to get it scanned in and added as a import picture, and then I'm going to see if I can get it in a frame of something in-game. But I'll show it off when that happens, but I'm really excited to have it. Because Vietnam is one of my personal favorite things as Zeus, because it reminds me of one of the most badass people I know. And I only met the man once. But one of the guns my father has is a Type 56 AK. And the story behind it was my grandpa was flying in Nam. His crew chief pointed out that there were a few guys down below shooting at him. So the crew chief killed them with the M60 on the side of his Huey. They landed, grabbed the guns, and then just flew off with them. But it's got the whole pull-out bayonet and everything. And then they each kept one of the two. All right. And Dragon, that may be true, but, you know, I would just go where my family heritage is, you know? If I didn't get Chair Force, I'd have to drive my core ass to your house and force you to join the Chair Force. I mean, that's where my father was. He was a captain in it. He worked on a lot of black box projects, believe it or not. Which back in the day were black box, but Maverick Missile, Stealth Bomber, those are two of his favorites to talk about. But now he does government contracting. Not the PMC style stuff, like actual government contracting. So basically, which company gets what work from, you know, who. And he is one of the best people in the field to do it. And then his two kids, one of them lives in an apartment and writes smut for a living. And then you have me, the YouTuber. Gonion? I probably... No, it's Goninon. That's it. I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing okay, too. Make war trophies great again. Oh, man. No, all right. So slight side story. So my father has a twin brother who was a desert ranger. And my mother freaked the fuck out one time because my uncle sent my father a red hat. And the hat had a hole in it because it was one of the guys he shot. And my mother's, you know, a Californian liberal, and she really, really yelled at him for that one. But my father, I don't know how they got together, because my father's a good old Alabama Southern boy. And my mother is a freaking free love and spirit California. And I love them both to death, but my God. That's good, Gonion. Hope that's okay. Hope everything continues to be okay. But yeah, no, my family on my father's side is wild. But my mother's side is also pretty cool. I would say I'm a bit closer on my mother's side, though, for a few different reasons. But, oh, man. Some of the stuff that's happened. And then all the weapons my father has, for example. Like, Jesus Christ. But no, we went to the range a few weeks ago. And we fired 3 of his Glocks. But my God, a G17, like, you have to make sure your arms are outstretched, because even if they're slightly bent, that bitch is going to jam. But I think I spent more time on the range just hand-loading magazines than anything else. Both of my thumbs were freaking black. And it took 3 hand washes to start getting it off. But my God, that was a fun day. Do I get waterboarded tonight? Nope, because Bloodwing is asleep. I'm going to wake her up after this branch, or I guess this round, because that's when I'm done. And I do appreciate you immediately putting the hydrate down. But no, we're going to probably spend some time on the Xbox. I don't think she'll be in the mood to play one of the fighting games she likes, but she'll either be playing Alice Madness Returns or I'll be playing Fallout New Vegas. Because that's one of the newer ways we've started spending time together. Because I originally got that Xbox to spend time with another friend of mine who only can game on Xbox. And Bloodwing's like, hey, can we use it for other stuff? I'm like, yeah, cool. Here's some fighting games because I know you like them. But now we also do some of the single-player stuff as well, just to be in each other's company. Xbox, ... Sure. Yeah, no, I have an Xbox One I haven't touched since like 2014. My brother would play on it for quite a bit, but I used to play a lot of 360. That was back in the, again, Halo 3 MLG days back in fucking middle school, but good God. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. Once again, for this AO, we're seeing that the one difference right off the bat is they're using both BTRs instead of a single BTR, but they're running on the side of the map, which is what we saw last time. However, because there's only about 90 players, give or take, instead of the 110 to 100 or so, there's a little less Op4 guys, so they're not divided on both sides of the map. They're just going around this entirely. Liru, the equal opportunity gamer. Gunning on, I think that's the same feeling I got as well, but also during that time, I just started taking breaks from video games as a whole, because that's also when I started the whole ERP empire on Warcraft 3, but that's a digression. Oh, don't worry, Zen. We talked about it during the EU branch. Yeah, righto, Ghost Wolf. Let me know when it's rebalanced, and I'll give it another try, and we can start advertising on it. Oh, Zin, send me a copy of it. Because that's what I write in my free time. I do appreciate they had the AT gunner turned out ready to use it if they needed to, just by pure interception. I do also appreciate that Blue 4 have put a squad back to kind of hold this ridge to help clear the open areas, though they haven't put that much of an internal garrison in there, as if they're trying to bait Op4 to come in and attack it. But again, I think Op4 is going to do the same thing they did last time, just maybe a further dismount and then walk in, because last time they charged in, they lost a few guys to ambushes, but it still didn't mean enough. Yes, I'm being serious, then. I never joke on this channel. I will tell you if I'm being sarcastic or joking. You'll clearly hear it in my voice. I do a lot, all right? There's a lot of stuff Wee-Woo does. I just heard a random GL go off there. That might have also been an explosive, but I doubt it. I'm also going to be curious to see if Op4 comes around and spots Blue. Oh, yes, they did. Kevin spotted him. He sees him moving around. He's going to try to get a firing position here. Here we go. Yes, I would appreciate if you DM it, because Twitch doesn't always appreciate stuff like that. Great opening kill right there by Kevin. And now, this Blue 4 group is in a bind because it's going to be caught out of position on its flank, and a massive Op4 force could potentially go in and engage them. Hey, righto, Ghost. I hope you appreciate my screaming then. Taking heavy fire here. Oh, that was a great GL. That knocked one guy out, did damage to literally everyone else behind that rock. But yeah, no, so they are just having a single squad hold and engage so these don't, they don't interrupt the maneuver here that Op4 is trying to do. Then you also have Charlie on the other side, I guess, as a... I usually call those like floater forces, where they just are there in case they're needed for something like flanking or just finding a different way to attack or whatnot. So yeah, now these guys I think are going to tote the rear of the formation. And they're eventually going to run down and come around. We just had another KIA happen. And we're seeing some pickoffs here and there. That's Lurch going down. Gotta remember though, when they have that symbol on it, it means they can still be brought back up. They are totally hugging this map border though. I do find it interesting that Blue 4, even in the midst of this engagement, they're also turning a force over here, expecting that pincer maneuver that happened last time. So that is a nice change to see. Op4 has just put everything on one side to avoid an issue like that. I'll be curious to see what these guys do, if they'll come on the rear of the formation or if they're just going to set up a blocking force right here. You also do have some Op 4 on this side right here engaging that force. Again, to possibly prevent them from pushing and engaging their rear as they maneuver. It's your dog snoring. Are you kidding me? A BTR just rushed up and... That's funny. So BTR rushed up, blew the objective up, and then some explosive traps went off after they did it. That's why that squad was still here, so they could be in range of it. But the fucking BTRs, that's beautiful. See, now I'm worried, because Blue 4, I'm not sure if they'll have the numbers to hold the entire Op 4 push coming around, because clearly the entire plan was to just have the BTRs take this position out. Oh my god. That's just funny. Now I have a bit of a lull. I'm trying to see if Blue 4 is going to counterattack. No, they might be regrouping to now push south after realizing that this position might be unattainable. As they're doing that, Op 4 is going to be setting up to set themselves up here. They got this nice line they're forming here. And then you got that small group of Charlie still coming down as well. Hey, Son of Sun Tzu, how you doing, man? Good to see you. We also have Op 4 potentially remounting in vehicles. These guys might just mount up and then push down south as well. Oh, yeah, no, these guys are disengaging. They're going to probably try to come in through here. Might come on the rear of Charlie, though. And now that BTR is starting to shred. But Blue 4 were able to get down in time before that 14.5 tore them apart. Yeah, now you're seeing this massive remount of Vix. We could still see a random charge on the side, which would be interesting. More explosive satchels going off. But I think this squad could do a lot of damage here. It's Delta HQ and Charlie 1. If they get on the rear of Op 4 as they're assaulting. But those BTRs are going to make their maneuvering really, really difficult here. AT fired. It was a Moz round that was just short by about 50 meters. Now the BTR is going to pull back. But again, keeping that force pinned is going to allow for this force to not be molested on their rear. Zin, no, and that's because there's someone else that, I don't want to say the reason. Yeah. I don't think stealth would be... Stealth is a rare thing. If you want Devour, go watch the third round of EU from today, and you'll see a great example of it. But stealth will always end up falling apart. I love how Sam's like, how did this gas get here? And he's looking around. There goes Ghoster. Kevin's getting shot at and eliminated by Seven. All right, that was a good double takedown there. And did you just miss pot shots on Seven? That's cute. But yeah, now you got Charlie also moving up here. Blue 4 have set up a good amount of defense lines here. You see them GLing as well. I want to see these guys come around. Yep, you see them over on the corner. So that's Anderson engaging. He just took a few hits, though. That was a great GL round delivered over there. Got another one coming in. No KIAs yet, but they were definitely repulsed. Yeah, so it looks like they are starting to notice Blue 4 coming around on their rear, though. You got this Vanguard force that was coming up that's now going to keep them pinned. So it's just a matter of, is there enough room for Op4 to push? And I do appreciate we do have some forces on Overwatch right here trying to engage those first defense lines. And then Op4 still pushing in a lot of infantry, but Blue 4, they got some pretty solid defenses here. But if those fall, that is going to be it. Come on the rear, you say, shut up, Noah. That's a good one. I'll be curious to see how these BTRs support in taking out this rear element or being taken out by their Moz gunner, which is Meme, I believe. Yeah, we'll see, Devour. I think the two Op4 squads are out ahead, so this squad on this hill can overwatch the assault on this group, and then this element just assaulting on their own because Charlie just came up that way. And they are also risking being engaged by Blue 4 Charlie on the rear, where they could potentially come down and just sweep this formation. But you also are noticing Charlie's pushing back here. They might pull to the western side to back this assault up, so they don't have to deal with this entire line of defense, because Op4 is simply trying to find an area where they can just smoke charge and get in. Because once they get their foot in the door, it's GG, in my opinion. But if Blue 4 can continue to hold this line, they should be okay. But you got to appreciate all the cheeky spots that Blue 4 is using to try to lock everything down. Got a good amount of suppression going. Op4, though, is slowly making their advance here. And we're probably going to see a smoke charge. However, Blue 4's rear squad is now causing some disruptions in Op4's reinforcements coming down. And if we see a few Blue 4 guys break through, that could make Op4's life hell. But we're about to see a massive charge of forces here. Got some AT fire on the rear line there. I got you, Devour. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I've completely lost track. You are seeing some Op4 guys getting picked off here. Primo Reacher, he's the guy closest at this point. But just look at all that smoke. You cannot really make heads or tails of where Op4 is with all of these smoke grenades out. So you got to appreciate Op4's advance here, but now Blue 4 is starting to close CQC here. Wow. Where's that grenade? Yep, looks like one of the BTRs did go down as well. You see it cooking off right there. Layden wakes back up, immediately pops a frag. Guardian's getting the flank there. Fred's probably going to die to that frag, though. Layden gets another good frag in. I think the tree actually blocked the shrapnel. That's amazing. And then he goes down. Guardian incredibly lucky there. Kabubi tries to get up ahead. He is flanked and eliminated. Now this rear element's cleaning up the support elements on the back. And these guys are just getting stopped by the defensive line on Blue 4. This is starting to sway in Blue 4's favor. A lot of grenades being heard back here. That's a mix of GLs and handhelds. Got multiple guys down here as they're picked off. Got some... Okay, no, those are tree trunks. Oh, this is not looking good. Band's trying to panically fire GLs on the rear here. They're getting pushed from all sides. Bant doing his best to push up here. You have some explosives detonated over here. That could have been an explosive trap from earlier. Looks like it didn't do much, though. This attack on the rear, Meme, if he looks right. He might be tunnel visioned on Bayant, though. Not noticing Krevel is right next to him. Got some shots on Bayant. Fish turning around, not getting the kill here. Finally does so. More grenades being thrown around. And the foot ragdoll right there. Now Blue 4 is pushing their position on the rear. All of Op 4 is consolidated on the southwestern flank. You have a BTR that's pushed up. It's trying to fire at defensive positions. It risks getting AT'd by the rear, though. And you also have Narvel here getting some rear shots on some guys there. Norval, my bad. Serval, meanwhile, is the only guy there other than Bayant who's getting pushed. Really great. Ah, it's a smoke grenade. Otherwise, that might have got him. Yeah, Falcon, I said something similar, to be honest. Now, Bay's the only one left alive here. He's going to be getting behind cover. Pops a smoke against the rock there. Pops a second one. That one's a frag. He's doing that to try to slow them down. BTR is still blissfully unaware that's about to get shot in the ass. Op 4's numbers, though, have been pretty much cut down as they tried to make this advancement. And that's mainly due to Blue 4 coming up on that rear with that one squad and closing the gap, and Op 4 was just unable to advance. I think Bay died because I don't see him anymore. I think Vagrant played this as well as he could have, but I mean, one squad being on the rear and harassing his Overwatch element was enough. And Blue 4 being evenly divided on this trench line, not covering the center, but instead covering the sides, is what sealed the deal here. There's AT going on that BTR. 2 get out, 1 is wounded. Now they're gonna get shot out in the rear here as Blue 4 looks to close the gap. Clean and effective. Pierce, a GL going over his head. Lurch getting taken out by Cletus. Grenade's gonna roll on the opposite side, not do any damage. Oh, blue on blue here. Thankfully, that's a Russian, but they're getting confused that friendlies are coming around to flank here. Cletus getting the double tap on Lurch. And Op 4, they're just pinned to this position. There is only 8 of them left. Well, 9, actually. One of them, Pierce, was able to charge up here. But he gets blown up as I caster curse him. Screw it, I'll write that one down. Another Moz round going in. And Stretch taken out by Cletus. Aussie Wookie also trying to come around here. As Op 4 now stuck in this trench. Wise has also turned around to help Cletus. Got a Mark 11 now, mag dumping by Norval. Unable to line the shot up, he pops a grenade. Oh, that grenade! Beautiful throw. Give me your Melk is down. Depso runs up and finishes the guys in that trench. And that's it. You just have Give Me Your Milk unconscious, but that was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Let's see if they double tap Give Me Your Milk. Whew. Give Me Your Milk actually wakes back up here. One man. Aussie Wookie drops dead. Oh my god, Aussie... Give Me Your Milk turned on his super suppressor, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Whew. All right, that is a Blue 4 victory there. And again, I am not covering round 3 because it goes a little too late for me personally. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We'll be back for AFI tomorrow a little before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, cheers, guys, and have a good one.